You're listening to the 25 Days of Christmas Special Audio Advent by WestCoast Church, narrated by Pastor Jake Filkey. Day 23.
John chapter 3, verse 16 through 17. For this is how God loved the world. He gave his one and only Son, that everyone who believes in him will not perish, but have eternal life. God sent his Son into the world, not to judge the world, but to save the world through him. John 3:17 is my, by far, favorite verse. We see a picture here of God loving the world so much that he had to find a solution to man, humankind, his creation being separated from him in eternity. So his solution became to send someone to earth to redeem humankind. And we see in the revelation of John, the councils of heaven were together, and the angels were discussing who would come and who would represent God, who would come as a sacrifice. And John sees that Jesus steps forward and becomes the person who would come and sacrifice his life and become the spotless lamb so that humankind would be saved from themselves. What's also beautiful about the scriptures, it talks about that everyone who believes in him will not perish but have eternal life. So often in our culture, we believe the word to believe. We understand the word to believe as something that is a mental concept. But what John is saying here is if you will believe, meaning turn your life towards him, you will not perish but have eternal life. And here is the favorite part of this. God sent his Son into the world not to judge the world. God's purpose for sending Jesus was not to express how sinful the world was. His purpose was not to tell us how evil we were. His purpose for sending Jesus was so that we could have eternal life, that there would no longer be a separation between us and him. Jesus came to the world to redeem the world, and he did that. Jesus was the Messiah. He was the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He was God wrapped in flesh. That is what Christmas is about. Jesus is God's promise being fulfilled to mankind. God made a promise. He followed through, and because of it, we have eternal life in Jesus. Merry Christmas. We love you.